From where onwards we can start our practical part. And also, whenever you come to this page, guys, it might happen that due to the screen resolution or due to your font size of the uh, what I say, the screen resolution, it might not appear properly on your screen. So you can just go to this option here. You can see on the top, customization of local layout, and you can choose the particular font option, and you can set your font maximum. You can set as for 20, guys, not more than that. And here, okay, so as you can see, maximum I can set as 20, and you can go with your arrangement. So as you can see the fonts, but sometimes it happens like the header, what data, whatever is there, it might get hidden in the backend because of the font size. So that is your choice, guys. How you want to adjust, you can go with that. So if you have got no graphic cards and all, so you can simply use the font size as 16 or 14, which is better for everywhere. But if it is too small and all, you can go with the higher version also, guys. Okay. Okay. So let me take 16 here. It becomes too small for us. So let me take it 18 itself. Okay. Now, once we have got to this page, so I've told you we are going to run with SAP Materials Management module, which is part of what? Logistics. So when I open logistics here, you can see we have got materials management, and inside this we have got again a lot of sub topics: purchasing, inventory, excise, physical, MRP, and many other things which you are going to learn. So as I said yesterday, we are going to start with the P2P cycle. So let us revise it once again, and then we'll start with the practical part, guys. So this was a structure which I have given yesterday when I said that whenever we have got the requirement of any materials, we prepare the list of this and we try with finding out the new source of supplies. And once we have the information of source of supplies, we negotiate with the vendor, we make a comparisons and we select the best vendor. And after that, we sign a contract with that selected vendor and proceed with the P2P, that is placing the order and getting with all other actions like we prepare the POs, take approval, release it to the vendor, and get the approval from the vendor by tracking the order acknowledgement. And after we receive the order acknowledgement, we can track the material delivery status. And once we receive the material, we create a GR report. So GR report includes all the information about material received part, and soon after that, we receive the invoice from the vendor, and we have to go for invoice verification process and payment activities. So all these steps we have dealt in our previous session, guys. Right now, the question says with respect to the next thing, that is the P2P. Now, what makes the difference between source to pay and P2P? Now, yesterday, as we discussed, all the steps which are there, these are including what, guys? Source to pay cycle. So then if I want to get with the procure to pay cycle, then what you're going to do? So if I want to go for procure to pay cycle, everything remains same. That is, once we have got the requirement of the material, everything remains same. But what happens, guys? We are going to go for directly placing the order and doing this step. Right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is what we call procure to pay cycle. So our first today's session, which we'll be doing on a practical basis, will be with respect to understanding how do we prepare the list of requirements before we actually go for creating the purchase order. Because if I want to create a purchase order, I have to know what are my requirements. So yesterday in this session, below the organization structure, I told you to make a list of vendors and materials, this code, and I told I will explain this later on. So let me take this in my system here. So what are these, guys? I have given you an existing list of vendors and materials which are already used in our company. I hope everyone remembers the company structure, right? So as per that, we are we need to imagine that we are employees who have been hired for an existing project and we need to work on that. So for that existing project, already the vendors are allocated, already the material requirements are there in the project. So we have to just do the normal day-to-day activity process of material requirement guys. So we have to understand that thing. So let us start with the first process of finding out the requirement list. Okay. Now see guys, when I say determination of requirement, so we understood that we have to prepare the list of materials or services required. So you tell me guys, which department will first raise this information about requirement? Which department guys?
Production
Manufacturing.
Manufacturing, warehouse, any other answer?
production department. Sir.
Production department, right? But who provides the information to production department that how much they have to manufacture for this particular month or for this tentative schedule? What is who will inform this?
Sales department. Company.
Purchase department.
Procurement.
No, guys,
Sales
see,
department.
yes, guys, it will be sales department because based on your sale, you are going to manufacture, right, guys? Yes or no? Or is it like you are going to manufacture as much you want for next 1 year, and then you are going to decide how much to sell? I told you
Based on the
yesterday,
sales.
correct? So sales is
Yes.
always the important parameter. So yesterday also I informed about this, that whenever the project starts, so this project will be first taken by the sales only guys. So they will understand the requirement information about the clients, and based on that, they will discuss with the manufacturing or production team. Then they will prepare the list of this. So of course, the sales team will come into play first. Okay, so sales department will process the information about the project guys, not about the material requirement. They'll make a project information study, and this information will be sent to which department guys? Now you can say manufacturing department. Okay, manufacturing department, or you can say normally our production team. Okay. Now when that information comes from sales department to the manufacturing or production department, what they're going to do guys? They're going to understand what are the required project criterias, different materials, and which all machineries do we have right now to manufacture them, how many employees we have, and what are the proper required materials, right? So they will prepare all the raw materials list based on the final finished output what they want to get for the sales department. So manufacturing department will prepare the list of materials required. Okay, you can be very specific with that. You can say a raw material requirement. Okay, guys, I hope everyone can understand what you mean by raw material. The raw materials which we are going to use and convert that into a useful finished product. Good or no? Or you can even take semi-finished components, finished components, and then assemble it and make a final finished product. That is your choice, guys. So simply we can go with that. So once that list of material requirement is prepared, guys, now you tell me after this, this information will go to which other department?
Purchase department.
Purchase department.
Purchase department.
Okay. So see, guys, it will not directly go to purchase department because when I say I have got the list of material requirement, so who is a responsible department in a company which issues materials to different department or which will handle the materials? Your stock. Who will handle your stock?
Warehouse.
Sorry, guys, your store or warehouse department. Correct, guys? So initially, when the production department raises this information, requirement list, they will make a lot of calculations. As I said, like how many men's are there, how much raw material is required, how many machineries are there, what is my tentative schedule of manufacturing, how much output I have to get. So all these calculations will be based on MRP and MPS calculation. Now, do you know what is MRP or MPS? Anyone?
Sir, MRP is material requirement planning.
Okay, guys. MRP stands for material requirement planning, and MPS we call it as master production schedule. Right now, because see, as I said, our company has got multiple plants. How many plants did we consider in our company? Yesterday we have
Two plants.
two plants, correct? So two plants will be working for different projects, right, guys? And of course, those two plants will have requirement of different types of materials, correct? So anyway, we have to gather all this information at a centralized level and purchase the materials for them or get the materials. So when we combine all the informations of this, so that will be taken care by master production schedule. Understood? So that is a combination of all the informations you can see. So now, based on this, they will prepare the list of requirement, and as I said, they will send it to store department. So why store department? Because whatever the stock is needed in the company, it has to be issued by the warehouse or store department only, guys. Right? It is not always like you want the material today and you are placing the or you're giving the information to purchase department and they will get that material by tomorrow. Will that happen? Can you
Yes.
get that material within a 1 day?
No, sir.
Right? So what happens in the actual warehouse or company? We cannot always say that I'm going to purchase the material in live session. That is directly, whenever the requirement arises, then I will place a PO and then get the material immediately. That is never going to happen, guys. Always, if the project is ongoing, if it is existing project, so I should always have a stock available in my store department, which is going to help for production. Therefore, they are going to contact the store department. So store department usually checks the stock availability, whatever requirement of the material is there. No, so they check the stock availability. And suppose right now, if I take into consideration like stock is available, okay, what will happen, guys? Next, is there any need to go to purchase department now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Directly from the warehouse, so we can take the material.
Right, guys? Simple. When the stock is available, then directly I'll share that information or materials to the production team or manufacturing department, and they will manufacture it and give the sales department final finished component. I don't know. So this is what it happens. But if that was the case, then we could have never come across P2P cycle. So we are going to consider now stock is not available. Or let us say there is a shortage of stock. We have got a runway for next only 10-15 days. Right? We don't have much stock available. So in that scenario, what happens, guys? Now the information of that materials list will be prepared properly by some approvals. A proper documentation is prepared, and after that, it will be sent to, as you said, purchase department. Because last option left, if the stock is not available, then last option is that we have to purchase it from outside only. Got it? So therefore, in that scenario, we are going to prepare a document and then share it to the purchase department, who will take the next process and purchase the material for your company. So what purchase department will do once they get the list of material? What they do, guys?
Place an order.
Place a order. But before that, there is one more important step, guys, which you forgot.
Find the vendor. Take the confirmation from the supervisor or manager.
Approvals.
Guys, the thing is, they have to check for vendor availability. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If vendor is available, well and good. Guy. If vendor is not available, then we have to go for sourcing and all. So now here comes the major, what, guys, difference between P2P and S2P, guys. Right. So what is that? Now suppose here when I say check for vendor availability, And suppose if vendor is available, what happens guys next? If vendor is available, then you can say we will create a purchase order. That is what we place a order. And you know the next process guys, what happens then? That we create a PO and rest all process will remain same. That is what all these things guys. Right. But if vendor is not available, what we have to do? Then we have to go for
Selection
Sourcing.
of vendor.
sorry guys,
Sourcing.
sourcing activities. So this is the difference between S2P and P2P cycle. Is that clear? So right now, since we are learning procure to pay cycle, so what will be our assumption? Vendor will be available or vendor will be not available,
Vendor will be available.
Available.
is available.
Available, sir.
right? So vendor is available. So who are those vendors and which are those materials requirement we have in a company for the project? That list I had given you yesterday. The same. This way. So we are going to work with these vendors who are already predefined in my system, and we are going to take this into consideration. So now see guys, this is a problem with the candidates who are going to use HANA version. Now some candidates have messaged, so they want HANA server and all. See, if you take the HANA server, so in that online server, we don't have this company setup guys. Okay, we don't have this vendors information, materials information. There's some different company, different materials informations are there. So that's why I said those who want to work on HANA, at least for 1 month, you just take first ECC, which we are going to provide, work on the given information which we have set up from our end, because we are going to do end user here, not consultant. So we are already set up all the information. So you need to take that and work on that. What happens in online server is even if you set up, there are a lot of other people who are working on the same server. So every time there will be some or the other errors or company information changes, vendor information changes, everything will be gambled there. So some or the other things will be like always error. So it will not work as per what I'm teaching in the class. So then when the error comes, then it is very difficult to get with each and every point case. So therefore, I'm telling you use the offline server initially. Then afterwards, once you are comfortable with using offline server, once you know how to use a software properly, then we can get with the HANA version guys. Getting guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now coming to the point. So as we have understood here that the process of requirement initially starts from sales department and comes till purchase department, all step-by-step process we have understood. But what we need to understand here is we cannot directly go for PU. As I said, when the materials list is prepared, so I said there is a documentation part which we have to take approval and then send to purchase department for purchase activities. So what is that document called as? So that document is called as purchase requisition. In short, we call PR. So purchase requisition is a very, very important document for preparing the list of materials or services required in a company. And based on the approval of this purchase requisition, approval has to be taken from store department, manufacturing department, and also sales department. And then it will be sent to purchase department, which they will convert that into purchase order. So of course, our purchase activity start from placing an order, but before that, we have to prepare the list of our requirement. Ready guys? So our first practical class will be on purchase requisition.
Sir, purchase verification is production. It is the same as that is coming from the production team. It is just
Yeah.
PR.
That comes from the production team. And it goes to the purchase department. Okay. I'll explain it. The purchase requisition. If anyone asks you guys in any interviews, what do you mean by PRs? So you can give a simple definition. So you can say it is an internal document which is used to prepare the list of materials or services required in the organization. Ready, guys? So simple definition, it is an internal document which is used to prepare the list of materials or services required in the organization. But here you can see I have given one term here called as internal document. Why it is so? And anyone has heard about this kind of documents, internal documents, external documents?
Yes, sir. Cannot
Maybe
be
like a
shared
document of
outside the
understanding.
organization.
It's
You cannot
within
share
the
the
team.
document outside the organization.
Outside the organization, correct. So why it is so, guys? It's simple. See, guys, whenever you work in any company, so the documents which are prepared. So there are two important works on that. One is just a process of internal work, like when the document flows from one department to another department, but within a company. So those documents are called as internal documents, and these documents does not contain much importance as they don't have any pricing informations, or let us say they don't leave the company or go outside the company, right? They are called as internal document, guys. But there are other documents which are called external documents, which will go outside outside our company for some external work or to like purchase activities and all, like the purchase order is there. So these are called as external document, and external documents are more important as compared to internal document, because external document will always have the pricing information. And when price or money matter comes, we know that those all are important parameters or important documents. So we have two kinds of documents, internal and external. So purchase requisition will not leave your company. It will be only flowing from one department to another department, which is called as internal document. So if any mistake happens in this, so we can easily rectify it internally within a company itself, guys. So it will be not having any financial loss to my company. But if any mistake happens in the external document, then it will be a big issue for the company, guys, because that is directly going to affect our accounts department, right? So therefore, external documents and internal documents. So PR is called as internal document, guys. Done. Now, others, as we know that this document is created by the production team and they are going to process it to the purchase department after the approval. But right now we have to prepare the PR in our system, in SAP system. And whenever you create any document in SAP software, guys, we have to use transactional codes. In short, we call it as T codes. What about transactional codes or T codes? See, guys, whenever you work on SAP software, each document, each process, or any step has to be worked with the shortcut keys. It is not always possible to remember the path of every documentation. For example, I'll show you. Here you see, guys. So here we have got this page, right? So we have now anyone knows, guys, where is purchase requisition option available?
Logistics.
Logistics.
In logistics. Where in logistics? Of course, you'll say in materials management
Materials
or in
management.
production. Now the confusion is because you said production department will create, no? So is it a part of production or materials management or sales?
Material management.
Right? So of course it will be in materials management, because see, guys, as we say purchase requisition, no, so it has to come under the header of purchasing only. Of course it is there, but some candidates who don't know about the software, who are working for the first time, so it becomes very difficult to remember the path, right? So again in materials management we have to go. So where in materials management? Again here
Purchasing.
in purchasing, guys. So open this. So here you can see purchase order, purchase requisition, outline agreements, RFQs, master data, and multi more. Good. Now this we have understood, because we have understood the process here, it is fine. Now suppose if I ask you, show me the GR reports. Where can we find GR reports? Where will be that? Now that will be difficult for everyone to find out initially. Yes or no? So it is not possible to remember each and
Inventory
every.
management.
Yeah, it is not possible to find out each and every remember each and every path of the documentation, guys. Those who are newcomer or those who have never worked on the SAP, so it becomes very difficult. So this transactional codes will work as what, guys? The shortcut keys, okay, which are mandatory in SAP. They're inbuilt. We have to remember that. And of course, when you go for any interview, they will ask transactional codes for 100% sure, guys. And you work on ECC version or HANA version or Fury or anywhere, these transactional codes will remain same. They will not change with any version or with any company also, guys. They will remain same because they are SAP standards. They're inbuilt. So since we are dealing with the first topic here, so I'm not going to get in much transactional codes. As you can see here, we already have the transactional codes with purchase requisition. When I open it, so here we have ME51N to create the purchase requisition, ME52N for changing the purchase requisition or to edit the existing PR, and ME53N for display. Apart from that also, we have got multiple other transactional codes. Many are there, guys. So each topic has got multiple transactional codes. So you have to remember this transactional codes. Okay. So I'm giving here ME51N to create, ME52N to edit or to make the changes, and ME53N for display. Okay. Apart from this also, multiple other transactional codes are there. We'll see that once I come to that use case, I will tell you about those also. But right now, let us stick with the important part of these transactional codes. So everyone have to remember this transactional codes. Every topic will have multiple transactional codes I'll be giving you. So you have to work on them. Now the question is, when I don't know the path, then what is the use of remembering the transactional code? Because if I cannot reach this path, then what is the use of a transactional code? No need to remember the path, guys. If you remember the transactional code, that is enough. If you just go on the top here, you can see there's a search bar. If you type that transactional code, ME51N, so it will directly open your main page, purchase requisition page. Okay, you can see the header, create purchase requisition. Suppose if I close it, and now if I open ME52N, change purchase requisition. Right. Again, I'll close it and use it, ME53N, display purchase requisition. Place. So likewise, we have got different use cases of this transactional codes. Right now, when you don't know the path, and suppose if your manager says use this transactional code, or you can even search it on Google also, guys. Anything you want to do, just say that T code for this GR reports automatically will show, and you can enter it. Or anyone who has told you about this, you can just enter that T code, and you will get all the information in front of you. So these transactional codes will be important for us, guys. Now we are going to use this transactional codes and create our first practical part document, that is purchase requisition. So let me open PR, guys, here. ME51N. Okay. So as you can see, this is a user interface. So let me minimize everything and show you the main thing. So as you can see, this is a create purchase requisition header, and here on the beside that, you can see we have document overview option and multiple other things. So document overview, I will tell in the next class, because right now it is of no use for you, because it will contain the list of all the documents which you have created previously. I'll come to that use case later on. Below that, you can find we have got NB purchase requisition standard form. So this is nothing but the type of purchase requisition I'm creating. When you create a PR, guys, remember the document does not have only one type of form. Every document has got multiple different types of forms. And the standard one, which right now we are using, will be NB. You just remember that much. Okay, other things I'll explain. You can see there are different forms here available, but right now we'll go with the standard form, which is inbuilt in our SAP, that is NB purchase requisition, right? A standard format. In this document, we have 3 tabs here, which are those: header, item overview, and item details. Now, whenever you create any document, guys, do you have the header of that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what is the use case of the header? What is the use case of header, guys?
All sub-files will come under that header, sir.
Right. So it acts like simple title for that particular document. Like you get offer letter, there is a title. You get a relieving letter, title. You get a salary slips, there is a title. Without that header, there is no meaning for that document. Simply like even when you mail anything, guys, you have to add the subject to add the title for this mail. So if you don't add it, then it will be not considered in some mails case, right? So it is very important to add the header. So if I open this now, you can see a small text box is there, which you can use it to just type the title for that purchase requisition. So we add it like, let us say, purchase requisition for September 2025. This is a simple header I'll put. You can enter anyone. This is your choice, guys. So that is a simple thing. And then you can go to next tab, guys. So next tab is what now? Item overview. Now this will be our main workspace where we are going to add our requirement information. Now can you see this tab is seen like an Excel sheet which has got a number of rows and a number of columns, right? And every cell or every column has got defined with some predefined information, like you can see material, quantities, delivery, plant, storage location, requested by, tracking number, fixed vendor, agreement number, info record, and many more information, right? So when the purchase requisition is prepared, it is not mandatory that each and every information I'm going to enter here manually. Of course, you're going to enter your requirement information, whatever you have. And based on that, it is not mandatory that each and everything you're going to enter as it is. So some information I will enter, some information system will take. So whatever system has, that information will be shown in a detailed manner in this item details list. Right now, if I open item details, nothing is there because I have not added any information about any item in the item overview. Right now, coming back to this, our existing list of materials. As I have taken M01, M02, M03 material. These are the material codes and these are the vendor codes. Now, anyone here knows what is this material code all about? What are the properties of this material? Which vendor supplies this material? For what price he is supplying? Anyone knows about this material? Nobody, guys, because this is a completely a new project for you because you are a newly hired. So therefore, you don't know anything about these materials, but this materials code are already been generated in a ongoing project in SAP system. So of course, system has got all information about this material. So you have to just enter this material code, guys. Once you enter this material code, whatever information system has about this material, it will automatically show that information in the page. In this item overview also, and in detailed manner in item details tab, guys. Here. Ready? So right now item details is completely blank, but I'll show you once I enter my requirement information here, how this item details will show me how much information which is required for us to do the transactions. Ready? So what I have to do now? Now here, since I want to add our requirement, so I will be preparing some assumption requirement list right now. And the same thing you can take and practice it when you're practicing on your laptop skills. Okay. So what I'll do now, I'll prepare a requirement list, guys. Okay. So let us say that we have got a requirement of M01 material for 760 quantities. Now, since I don't know what is M01 material, so I don't know its unit and all, just a second, 760 quantities. And they have said that this material is required by 1000 plant. Okay. Okay, so by 1000 plant and 0001 storage location. And this and they have said that this material is required by 13th of September 2021. Yes, so this is the information what they have given. So based on the same thing, they have given one more requirement of the
Excuse me, sir.
material. Yes.
I didn't get that point. Can you please repeat that one?
Okay, I see. So what I'm doing is I'm giving you the requirement list, and let us say we are all working for the purchase requisition team now. We are not working for purchase order team. So let us say we are working for purchase requisition team, and I'm giving you the requirement list. Like I'm giving here the manual report for you, and you are going to create a PR for that. So this requirement list will be when I say which material requirement is there, in how many quantities, by when they want, and who has prepared or who wants this requirement. Now the thing is, we have got a plant company structure, right? Just now I asked that how many plants we have in our company. How many plants we have, guys?
2, sir.
2, sir.
I hope everyone remembers it. Remembers it, right? I'll just show you. Today we have taken it, right? So here you can see we have 2 plants here. One is 1000 plant and one is 100 plant. So the requirement can come from any of this plant, from 1000 plant also or from 200 plant also. Right now, see guys, remember that we are going to work as a centralized team. We are working at the centralized team. It means we are going to gather the information from both the plants at the company level, and we are going to work here because I have given only one purchase department and one account department at the centralized committee. In actual working style, guys, like when you go to any companies, big industries, when they have got multiple plants and 2 different locations, so of course plant 1000 will have separate accounts department, separate purchase department, and plant 1200 will have a separate purchase department and separate account department, which is called as decentralized system. But to work with that, again, it becomes complicated. So that's why I'm taking a centralized system. We are gathering the information from both these plants and collecting the information here. So that's what I said that we have got a requirement of this material M01, which right now we don't know about, but I'm giving you the requirement. So you have to work with that. So the requirement is of 6760 quantities, which was requested by 1000 plant 0001 storage location. Right. And they said that they want this material by 13th. Similarly, there is a requirement of one more material for 500 quantities, which is requested by another plant, 1200 plant 0002 storage location, and even they have said they want this material by 20th. Good. Now let us say I've given this information to you. You are working as a purchase requisition team, so you have to create a PR and take approval. So this will be your task. So how we are going to create this? Now we are going to take this information and add this information in the PR one by one. Right. So let us stick with first information, that is the M01 material. So let us see. As you can see, we have got a lot of columns here, which is showing multiple informations. Do we have all this information to enter?
No, sir.
No, we don't have all this information to enter because the given information is only this much, which is basic information. So is it mandatory that I'm going to enter each and everything? No, please, I'll tell you. So
No, sir.
let us first enter whatever is given to us, and system will tell us if any extra information is required to process the PR. So let us add that. So which material requirement is there, guys? First, M01. Right? Add it in the material column. Beside this, we have short text. Short text means what? The material name and all. Anybody knows what is the name of the material? Nobody, guys, because you have not created that material code. Some other team in the backend has created this. Do you know what is that team called as? Who creates this material code, vendor code, and all?
Coding team.
Consultant.
No, guys. So that is called as master data team. See, consultant is going to work at the company structure level, but once it company is everything is developed, so the material information, vendor information has to be taken care by the company people only. That is our end user activities only. So there is a team which is called as master data team. So master data team will handle all the information related to materials and vendors and all. And of course, like in our syllabus, we are going to come across this thing also, but later on section. Okay. So remember, so whatever the, or you can just say that master data is nothing but the background data of vendor and material. So right now, all the information related to this material code or vendor code will be available in this master data. It is already ready in my system. So the name of that material system knows, guys, so system will show it automatically. Beside this quantities, how much quantities requirement is there? 760. Right. So beside this, we have unit also. Because when you say 760 quantities, what will be the unit of that? Unit means, I hope everyone knows, right? Unit of measurement. How are we going to measure that 760? Either 760 kgs, 760 liters, 760 kilometers, meters, what it is? Nobody knows, guys, because
Unit.
right now, and nobody knows about what is M0 material. Now, suppose if I say M0 is a chemical, guys, then what will be the unit?
Liter.
Liters. And suppose if I say M01 is a cast iron product or steel sheets,
kg.
Kgs.
kgs, tons, right? Pounds, whatever. Or if I say M01 is a keyboard or a mouse, then
Unit.
it will be in terms of pieces, or what we
Piece.
call
Yeah.
numbers. 760 numbers, 760 pieces you can call, correct or no?
Oh,
So since
yes.
I don't know what is that material all about, so this is the first time usage, so I don't know, but system knows all about what is M0. So automatically it will take the unit also, guys. Okay, so no need to worry about that. Beside this, delivery date. What is the delivery date expectation? 13th of November,
39.
September, they are told. So it is not possible that anyone can enter the date format anyhow. System cannot recognize any date format, guys. So simple is that you open the calendar from the list. So how to open? So you can see beside this cell, a pin-like structure is there. If you click on this, it will open a table of calendar. On the left hand side, we have got year and month mentioned. If you scroll above, you'll get the past information. If you scroll down, you'll get the future informations, right? So whichever date is been specified, you just select it and understand in which format the particular system is working. So once you understand the format, then next time onwards, you can enter manually also, or you can select from the calendar also. It is your choice. Okay. So I've selected it. Beside that material group, I don't have any idea. Beside that, we have plant. So plant information is 1000 plant, and storage location is 0001 storage location. Anyway, storage location is not mandatory, but if you want to add, you can add it or you can skip it also. But plant is important. So I have only this much information. So anybody knows here, where is this plant located? What is the address of this plant? We don't know anything else,
No.
right? But do you think the system can recognize this and tell us about it? Of course. So this all things. Now this plant information, what is there? This is set up by consultant team, guys, not master data. Okay, but material information has to be taken care by master data. Now, apart from this, purchase group, requested by, tracking number, desired vendor, agreement number, we don't know anything, guys, because this is our first time usage for the software or this material. So we don't know who is the vendor, which documents are there. It's only this much requirement is given, and let us see whether this much information will be sufficient for us or not. So what we have to do, once we enter this information, just hit enter and see what system shows the information. So can you see? So it has been highlighting at the bottom with respect to item details. As you can see here, a lot of informations are being shown. Material, quantities, valuation, multiple things. I'll come to this later on. But in item overview, you can see it has allocated the line number, that is item number 1, M01 material, and short text. Some name is given like Sunny01, some name. Why it has given the name like this? Because here the material group, guys, what it is? Monitors. So it means the M01 material belongs to monitors type of material. And when the monitors are purchased, what will be the unit of measurement, guys?
Piece.
Pieces. PC is a shortcut. So PC
Yeah.
stands for pieces.
Pieces. Yes.
So guys, so by default, this information is taken by the system. Apart from that, can you see the plant name, storage location, purchase group? Everything has been taken by the system. 1000 plant I had entered, but I did not enter the name of the plant, right? So system has taken it. Now, where is this plant located? You have got the information about that. Then you come for detailed information, that is item details. You want any detailed information about this line of material information? You come to item details, open it, and here you can see the last tab, delivery address. So here it shows the name of the plant is Work Hamburg because it is located with the pin code of this in Germany. I told you yesterday, right? So we are going to work for a German-based company. So here the plant is located in Germany, in Hamburg. It is. So this is the address. So all the information will be shown. So now, once we understood that, you can see here the information with respect to this unit of measurement or metal group is taken in a gray color cell. What is the difference there? Because that indicates that you have taken this information from a system defined, that is from the master data, which you cannot change here. If you say I want to change this unit of measurement, not allowed this. Any information which is shown in gray color cells cannot be altered, cannot be changed. Any other information in white color cells, only those things we can change, yes, we can modulate. But this information we have to take care in the master data only. Understood? Getting this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, once we have got the information, how do I know that this information is correct or wrong? Some indicator should be there, right? Because I can enter anything, any metal code, anything. Suppose if I have entered any information wrongly, which I was not aware about, then how I will get to know that is correct or no? Okay, system checks that also. So beside, you can see every line, there is a column, first column, which is called status column. Can you see there is a color code highlighting now? So in this status column for that particular row, if it is completely shown blank, if no color codes are there, nothing, then it means everything is okay. If it is showing a color code, then it will highlight two kinds of color codes. One is yellow color code, as you can see now, and one more is red color code. Okay, so yellow color code defines warning, and red color codes defines error. So there is a difference between warning message and error message, guys. So let me tell you. So since now it is showing a warning message saying that there is some issue with this particular line of material. So we have to understand what is that issue. So just click on that, and here it will show some dialog box or message dialog box saying there is an issue with the delivery date column, and it says next work day is 15/9/2025. It is showing there is an issue with this 13/9/2025 date which you have taken because the day which you have taken is a non-working day. Therefore, the next work day is 15/9/2025. Why it is telling like this, guys? Did you check the delivery or what is the day of 13th September? What it is? Saturday. Yes, sir. And most of the IT companies or majorly MNC companies have got a weekend, Saturdays, Sundays, and all. But do you think manufacturing companies will give you off on Saturdays or Sundays?
No, sir.
Right, so those who have worked, they might know about this. So some companies, they work for 6 days also. Okay, sometimes even Sundays, if there is an emergency of project completions and all. So let us take a conditions now. Now let us say I have taken this date without actually checking whether it is a working day or non-working day. And let us say our company is working only 5 days, so it is a weekend on Saturday, Sunday. So by mistake, I've entered this. So I want to rectify this information. You take the next working day, or you can prepone it to 12th also based on your requirement. So let me take postpone this. And now if you hit enter, so that issue will be resolved. But what if I want the material delivery on 13th itself, that is on Saturday itself? And let us say I have entered this date purposefully. Then what?
We can
Then,
continue, sir.
guys,
As this is the warning, we can reject.
right? So since this is a warning message, you can neglect this warning message, guys. So that's why I told difference between warning and error. Whenever warning message comes, it is left to the user whether to resolve it or not to resolve it, because it is not going to make any difference while saving the document or processing this document to the next stage. It is just highlighting the information saying that please check this whether to rectify or not to rectify. That is meaning of warning message, guys. So it is left to the user now. Suppose if I want to complete the project, there is a project deadline by this month end only, and my company is working all 7 days to complete that project, right? So I want the material on Saturdays or on Sundays only, guys. Then I can still work with this warning message. I can save the document and I can process it. No issues at all, guys. Getting? So this is how we work. So this we have to check as a information in status. But suppose you enter the date format itself wrong, like same date I'll take, but with the dash in between. Now what happens, guys?
Error.
What is it?
Error.
Now a red color comes, guys. So red color means an error message. It's saying please enter a valid delivery date. So when error message comes, you don't have any choice, guys. You have to compulsory resolve that error. Without resolving the error, you cannot save the document, guys. So mandatory is that you enter the information properly. Or let us say you forgot to enter the quantities. Without quantities, can you process your requirement? Not possible, guys. So
No, sir.
whichever mandatory informations are there, guys, so those mandatory informations will show error. Okay, and which are not mandatory, it will show as a warning. Apart from that, you enter the material code. Some people enter it wrongly. Now, as I said, M01. So they'll enter only M01 like this without the dash in between. Do you think it will work? No. If you check here, see what it says. Material M01 does not exist or is not activated. So you cannot take any material code as per your convenience, guys. The material codes which are already there in the system, the information which are already defined by the master data team should be added here. I hope you're getting that.
Yes, sir.
So this is how we initially enter the requirement list and get with the second line now. So first line is resolved. Now go for second line. What is second line information now? M02 with 500 quantities, 1200 plant, 0002 storage location, and the state is there. So go here. So add that M02, 500 quantities. Date they have said 20th. So now since I know the date format, I can enter manually 1200 plant 0002. Now hit enter. To check, it is giving some different material short text, but unit is same, material group is same, but plant is different here, address type, right? And if you check the address of that second line, here you can in item class, you can check details of each and every line separately. To go to this, here you can see we have a different location of this. So it means two different plants from two different locations, right? So we get that information, different storage locations, and here we have got to check the status. So again, there is a warning message. It's saying that with respect to same work day. So working day problem is there. So again, I think 20th is a Saturday, right? So that is a process. So you can prepone it or postpone it. You can your choice. So likewise, you have to just go on adding the requirement list. Okay. So once you get that, so your work is to check the item details and all and proceed next. But item details and all, I'll not confuse in the first class only, guys, because a lot of other informations are there which we need to check. I'll come to that later. But have you all understood, guys?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Now let us say that your information is all entered correctly. Now you want to save the document. So simple shortcut Control S, or you can just click on this Save tab on the top, just beside that search bar. So the document will be saved, and this document's numbers or document name will be generated by the system automatically, which is called as internal number assignment. It means system defines the numbers automatically. So can you see at the bottom, information has appeared on which I clicked, and then we got this dialog box. So purchase requisition number has been created. Did I give this document number, guys? No. This is taken by the system, guys, which is called as internal number assignment. But in SAP, we have got an option to add the external number assignment concept also. It means I can allocate the document number. But only thing is that setting should be done at the consultant level. So can you see there is a tab on the top here, a blank color, a blank is there here. So here we can enter manual document number, but it is not taken in many companies, external number. So it is only internal. So don't worry about documentation naming. You leave it to the system. The system will create the document number. I'll explain about this concept later on, guys. So here the PR is created and we have got the PR number. I just made a note of this. So what happens? So automatically system will take this range of number and it will go on allocating the next number as per your teamwork. Now I've created 173. So next team, next colleague who will create a PR, he will allocate it with 174, next 175. Then tomorrow when I create again 176, 177. So it goes on in order wise. So system will take care of that things. Okay. Therefore, it is always better to go with internal number assignment. System will allocate it. So right now, this is the initial stage. So I'm requesting you to make a note of the document which you are creating. Later on, I'll tell you how to get with the documentation part also, like how to open, how to get these documents, where they are saved, how to open them, and all those things. Okay. Understood till here? So I've created a purchase requisition and it is saved. Got this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now shall I go with this edit option and display option also? Or will you practice first create and then I'll explain this tomorrow?
You practice this.
Sir, first we will practice first
Sir,
one.
first we will practice this.
First one.
We'll practice, guys.
Create.
Okay. So what you do, guys, is you take the material codes which I've given. Okay, actually we have got multiple materials, not only for M01, M02, M03. We have this materials up to M20 also. Okay. So you take the material codes which I have given you. You take your own quantities, guys. And you can shuffle this plant's name as per our organization structure. We have 2 plants, right? You can take for any material, any plant. That is your choice, any delivery date, and try to create the purchase requisition. So once that is done, so after that, I will tell you how to edit, how to put it display mode and all those things. Because again, it will take a lot of time because I want to go a bit slow in the initial stage, guys, because I hope those who are fresher cannot understand all the things in one time. So take your time, but please practice, guys. Don't waste your time. Okay. Any doubts? Please take a screenshot of that. If any error is there, share it to me or share it in a group so we can discuss it commonly to everyone. And also you can share, we can discuss it during the class also, guys. Before, as I said, before we start the next part in next class, we will discuss about the issues which you have in the previous session, and then we can proceed with the next part, guys. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just take a screenshot of this page, guys, everyone. So it will be just for your reference. And later on, once I complete the entire PR, I will share you the entire notes and all, guys.
Read verse 2.
clear?
Finish, sir. Hello.
Chiranjeev sir, you are on mute.
No, guys, am I mute? I think I can. You are. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, now audible, sir.
Yes, this recorded session will you share in group, sir, tomorrow or today? Today's session, I mean.
Yeah, guys. See, those who have registered right till yesterday and all. So I have shared the YouTube link to them personally on the WhatsApp number. So they will get daily recording sessions on that YouTube only, guys. As I said, these also will be private videos. So those who are registered on D, them will have got the access again. So those who are registered today, so wait for that. So I'll share the that link to you after getting all the informations. So I'm gathering it. So you'll get it anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Chalo then we shall conclude here. We'll meet tomorrow at same time, guys. Bye. Good night.
Very good.
Bye, sir. Good night.